stepped down as the Delhi Daredevils captain. Now Gautam Gambhir has stepped down after a poor start. Let's listen in to Gautam Gambhir.
Well, I'm really loving the responsibility they've put upon me and also the faith they show upon me. And yeah, I mean, I love facing challenges, as I've said in my previous interviews as well. And it's a great opportunity for me to prove myself and also, to get the team to the highest level possible. And yeah, I don't see any remarks or anything, which can let me down by getting this responsibility.
What I want to ask you, as a player, how do you see this challenge? What are the things that now going through your mind?
Well, I mean, I just got the news today afternoon, and I wasn't thinking much about it, but it was really well executed by all three of them. We conducted the meeting, and we didn't plan much about the game so far. So obviously, there's a lot to learn from Vicky Ponting and also Gauti Bhai, because they'll be mentoring around us, and it will be a great success definitely coming forward.
Just following up from that. That's actually it's my job now. It's my job. It's Gautam's job. It's all the players' job now to make Shreyas' job as easy as possible on the field. We've got a couple of training days before the game comes around. It's up to us as coaches to make sure that the guys train hard, they train well, but more importantly to make sure they're prepared for what's going to come up in the game. And a big part of coaching is making sure the captain's got everything that he needs to be well prepared for the challenge. So there's no extra pressure on Shreyas Iyer at all. We want him to go out and play the way he's been playing. He's been playing terrifically well, and that's what we want to create around our team. We want to have a nice, relaxed environment. Sure, things are getting tougher for us, but it's just a great challenge that we've got with a new young captain, and we're all excited to see how it works out for us over the next few weeks.
And just to answer that gentleman's question again, my position is always tenable. I'm out there, and I'm the first one who will resign and raise my hand for the team, always, okay? So let me answer that. It's for the owners to decide, and I still believe we've got 8 games to go, so we are still, the league is now finished to the last ball is ball. So we still believe we can win as a championship. We can have this dialogue post, and I will be the first one to submit my resignation. It's up to the owners to decide what they want to do. So let me be very clear, I still believe in the team we have. We have the best talent out there, and we have the best coaches and the best players. So I think let's give us some credit. We might just turn around this. And there's been history behind in IPL before, and I'm a firm believer that we can do that this year. Thank you.
Last four, Amit first. One is, isn't it too early to just think pattern and testing like all the players work together right after the draft? And second one is, when do you take the decision?
Look, I think it's never too early and it's never too late as well. So I sometimes when your conscience says that obviously as a player and as a leader where you should have been, because I've always set really high standards for myself as a player, and if I'm not able to achieve that, obviously then it starts putting doubt in your mind that obviously whether you actually have put enough weight to be in the playing 11. At the same time your team hasn't performed, so as a leader of the group you take that responsibility as well. And obviously when I spoke to my wife, obviously she said that as a leader you've given opportunities to other players, you've given 14-15 opportunities, why only 4 to yourself? And my only answer was that I've set different standards for my own self as compared to what I set standards for other people. And sometimes when you're not able to achieve those standards, obviously you've got to put your hand up and say that I was not good enough. And that is all, because I thought the bell started ringing, especially after the last game, that we should have won. And again, sometimes after those games, when you dig deep inside looking for answers, and sometimes when you get that answer and you decide that okay, it's time.
Lastly,
this is for Mr. Dua. When in your opening remarks you kept on saying that you will continue to mentor the players and the captain. Does this mean Mr. Gambhir will not continue as a player?
No, I'm not saying he's not continuing. He's very much with us, and he's continuing as a, when I say he's a player mentor, that's how it is. It's up to him whether he feels fit to play, and it's up to the coach to decide what the playing 11 is with the captain, and it's their call. It's no one, I'm no one to decide that. And as a management, we never tell them who to play and what to play. It's completely their call, and I think they can answer that question better than I do, Vicky.
Coach, I have a question. You really how do you see? We have 8 more games to go. I mean, we have realistic chances of making it on top. I mean, in the top 4.
I honestly believe we do. Absolutely. I've said that from day one, and my opinion hasn't changed or wavered at all. I think through this tournament we've been able to play some really good cricket, and it's been a couple of overs here and there in almost every contest that's cost us the game. And I think we saw that again the other night with our first home game. You know, how close we got on the back of, you know, a pretty ordinary power play, and losing wickets at the back end of our batting power play really ended up costing us the game. You know, even up in Rajasthan, you know, Jaipur, that first game, rain came in and sort of washed us away a little bit. We were a good chance. We felt we were in a really strong position in that game as well. So look, we've shown some really positive signs, but we've also shown that the difference between our best cricket and our worst cricket, the gap has been too vast, and we need to bring that gap a little bit tighter and be more consistent through the course of 40 overs in every game. I think we've done it for 35, 36 overs in most games and not been able to put a complete game together. So I honestly absolutely do feel that we've got a good enough squad of players to be able to turn things around and turn things around quickly. And let's not forget, we've got a lot of home games coming up still as well. So we've got still 6 home games to go. Obviously the last 4 games of the tournament are home games. So look, our next game obviously is the most important game. We need to put out a great performance in our next game and start working on from there. But you know, I'll make sure that the guys work hard. I'll make sure that the guys are well prepared, and when we take the field in our next game, hopefully there's a different result for us.
One more thing that
this is not uncommon in Australia, where captain takes responsibility and just moves on. From that point of view, was it shocking for you, an Indian captain, especially in a tournament like IPL, taking this kind of decision? And do you think this is going to be the trend in IPL in future, especially the Indian captains who are struggling, not necessarily in this season, maybe in future? He sets the template for that.
Oh look, I think Gautam deserves a lot of credit for the way he's handled this situation. It's really unheard of before in Indian cricket for a senior player to put his hand up and say, I don't feel like I'm playing well enough, and for the team's sake I'm going to stand down. You know, I did it when I was at Mumbai as a player. I knew that I had better players that I was keeping out of the side, and obviously Gautam's decided to do the right thing, and I'll back up what Hemant had to say. I think it's a really good opportunity for the media and the public to just really give him some credit for what he's done. It doesn't happen every day. It might not happen again. In Indian cricket or in IPL cricket, you see someone of his stature, of his talent, and his ability and his overall cricketing record, just to say, you know, I think it's time for a change of direction for this team. So, you know, I'm proud of what he's done. I'm sure all of his younger teammates are exceptionally proud of the fact that he stood up and said that to the team today, and he's created an opportunity for one of India's best young players to have the chance to captain his franchise. So, please, everyone out there, give him the credit he deserves over the next couple of weeks.
Absolute final question. Gautam, this is for you. Where do you see yourself as a player from here on, continuing your future from here on?
I don't know, I think it's too early for me to decide on that as well. Obviously at the moment it was all about team, that's why I've taken this decision. Let's see, let me sit down and decide. I think I still need some more time to think about that as well, where I go, where my game, where I as an individual goes from here on. But at the moment it's in the middle of the competition, and it's about what DD achieves in next 8 games is more important to me as compared to what I achieve in next 8 games. So I think, or what I achieve in future as well. At the moment it's all about DD. I think we should all concentrate in achieving the results which we are looking for, and we still have a great chance or an absolute possibility of turning things around and being in the playoffs. So let's talk about DD at the moment, not about myself.
And India Today's Rahul Rawat now joins me for more on this. Rahul, Gautam with his shoulders folded, looking really dejected, very disappointed. But then Delhi Daredevils were at the bottom of the table. They've played 6 matches, won only 1, lost 5. So is a change in captain what the Delhi Daredevils required?
Well, I don't know if the decision has to do only with the performance. Gautam Gambhir because you know, if I can just jog our viewers' memory, it was a game against Kings 11 Punjab, and after Duckworth Lewis system was enforced, Delhi Daredevils had to score just 60 of 5 overs, which is pretty acceptable for any team. And look what happens is Gautam Gambhir doesn't come out to bat. They had around 6-7 wickets fell for Delhi Daredevils, but Gautam Gambhir did not come out to bat. It seemed you know, all wasn't okay between Gautam Gambhir and the team management. Perhaps something could have happened that you know, maybe Ricky Ponting, who is another heavyweight in that dressing room, who commands a lot of respect from the players and around the world as well, must have said that, you know, Gautam, I think you should bat down the order, and Gautam Gambhir, of course, is an opener. And secondly, Gautam Gambhir, or maybe Gautam Gambhir, wants to focus on his game, which is also maybe he's thinking that captaincy is affecting his performance. Remember, he was dropped as captain of the Ranji Trophy team, Delhi Ranji Trophy team. Ishant Sharma was named, and after Ishant, Rishabh Pant, you know, a much junior player, was handed over the reins, and KKR offloaded him last year, and you know, having won 3 titles for Kolkata Knight Riders, perhaps it must have come as a shock for Gautam Gambhir, but then he came back. He saw it as an opportunity, a homecoming of sorts for Gautam Gambhir.
Okay.
But as of now, think it hasn't gone the way he would have liked.
Okay, so is it the end of the road for Gautam Gambhir, even as a player for Delhi Daredevils, or that's a decision that you know, Shreyas Iyer and Ricky Ponting will take, and depending on his fitness and availability for the next match, and especially when there are 6 home matches coming up?
Well, definitely not. Gautam Gambhir as a player brings a lot to the table, especially somebody who can bat through the innings as an opener. The entire team is struggling as of now. They've managed to win just 1 match out of 6 games. They're languishing right at the bottom of the points table. And from here on, you know, their chances of qualifying for the playoffs, the last 4 stage, looks very, very bleak, because you know, they have to win. If you have to qualify, you have to win at least 7 to 8 matches, and they're left with you know, they're left with around 8 matches, so have to win perhaps all 8 of them, which looks a little difficult, not a little, which looks a lot difficult for them. But definitely Gambhir as a player, as a batsman, will be there in the playing 11, and of course in their scheme of things.
Okay, stay with me for a moment. I have Boria Majumdar, a consultant editor cricket, joining me on the broadcast. I also have Nikhil Chopra, a cricket expert, former India player, joining me on the broadcast. Boria, how do you look at this development, Gauti stepping down as the Delhi Daredevils captain?
2 things, Gaurav. One, it takes a lot of courage to sort of take responsibility and step down. And it also speaks about the character of the man called Gautam Gambhir, that yes, things are not going well, I'm not being able to deliver, so I take responsibility and show moral courage and step down. So that's very, very, I mean, I rarely see that in sport, because you sometimes see people, they want to turn things around. Everybody is a proud performer. They think that, you know, things can be turned around, they hang on. But in this case, Gautam Gambhir is showing that urgency, realizing that the season is not going well from the Daredevil's perspective, taking responsibility and stepping down, fresh pair of legs, fresh eyes, fresh ideas with Shreyas Iyer. Second, I was hearing Rahul Rawat tell you that Gautam Gambhir will be there as player. Question is, can he only be there as player? His performances, can that thing allow him to carry on as player for the Delhi Daredevils, or will they look to show? Now that tells me Gautam Gambhir will show incredible courage, because he also knows, so will know that only as player, maybe Gautam Gambhir might not be the most favoured person in the Delhi Daredevils camp with Prithvi Shaw waiting. Prithvi Shaw is a better fielder. So this is a very strong call, for someone who might well have given people an indication that his IPL career might come to an end at the end of the season. This rarely happens in sport, and I must tell you, I'm surprised at one level, but Gautam Gambhir has to be commended for the call, with the strong call that he's taken. A proud sportsman taking a very strong call.
Okay, Nikhil, How do you look at this as far as Delhi Daredevils is concerned? Is this, in your appreciation, end of the road for Gautam Gambhir, even as a player?
Gautam, I hope it's not the end of the road, because this man, has always got his, wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's playing for whichever team. And him coming back to Delhi was like a homecoming. He wanted to try and make sure that Delhi get to the playoffs and hopefully go on to the play the finals and try and win after that. But unfortunately, things haven't panned out the way they've planned. But taking it on himself, these are huge thoughts that he's had in his mind, that he's taking it upon himself, not putting it on the team. And don't forget, the very first game, I think, of the season when they played against Kings, he's got a 50 to his name. After that, they've had that rain-affected game in Jaipur, where they needed to get 71 of 6. So, certain players sometimes do go through a bad run of patch, but Gautam stepping down as captain, this is huge. If you remember, I think it was Ricky Ponting when he played for Mumbai. He was captaining the side, and things weren't going well because you could only play 4 overseas players. He himself also dropped himself from the playing 11 as well as obviously the captaincy then. So, these guys, are always looking for the better of the team. They're not looking for their personal interest. Their team's interest comes before them. So I think this is huge.
This indeed is huge, and this will be one of our top focus stories on not just on our sports bulletin but also through the day. But for the moment, Boria Majumdar, Nikhil and Rahul, many thanks for joining me.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.